Recently, I started playing a game that I never thought I would try. Magic the Gathering. That's a nerd's game.
Hey.
You're a nerd.
Hey, you shut your mouth.
Now, if you don't know what Magic is, that's okay. I'm gonna tell you. Fun fact. Magic is the oldest trading card game. The first one ever created. Benjamin Franklin played Magic. Leonardo da Vinci played Magic with his wife. Even Jesus himself played Magic on his off time, performing miracles by day and casting wizards and dragons at night. Cavemen made Magic cards out of sticks and rocks and dung. That's right, feces. They even had Magic when the dinosaurs were around. Why do you think there are so many dinosaur cards? Makes sense, doesn't it? The list goes on, but you get my point. My brother is incredibly good at card games. He introduced me to it, and I thought, hey, if my brother and Jesus are doing it, how bad could it really be? Now, I have a confession to make. I am not a smart man like my brother. If I was gonna play a card game, I was gonna have to make it dumb. So I set out to make the stupidest, most brainless, zero IQ deck I could find. And then one night it came to me, not in a weird way, in a totally normal way. Elves. Elves, you ask? Why elves? Well, look at this guy. Look at this guy over here. Bet you wish you had that, huh? And you thought it was a nerd game. Stupid. It was perfect. Elves are silly, pedantic little creatures by themselves. Alone, they're nothing. Minuscule.
But together they are mighty and terrifying.
Now, an elf deck is exactly what you might expect. It's just elves. There's nothing else in this deck at all. There are literally no cards in this deck except for elves. You do two things. You play elves, you win games. It's that simple. Turning your brain on for any reason is not advised. Now, that might sound boring to some of you, but to a thinking averse gentleman like myself, it was very interesting. Now, I must admit, I lied to you a moment ago. There is one non-elf member of this deck, and it's this guy, who we will refer to from here on out as
Daddy Frog.
Daddy Frog aside, I played elves, I won games. A simple transaction, and damn did it feel good. Quick rundown of Magic. You take 60 cards, and you try to hurt other people's feelings. Doesn't that sound nice? There's creatures. They can attack, they block each other. There are sorceries, instants, artifacts. Details aren't important, don't get lost. Don't get lost. Stay with me. Stay with me. All you need to know is, eventually, you have to do 20 damage to your opponent. And that's it. But Dave, cards aren't just numbers. They have effects too. Oh yes, that's right, Dave. And all the elf effects say make more elves. Make the elves bigger. And give them big, scary teeth. And turn their arms into guns. Then one day I ran into another elf deck. Now I noticed something when this other elf deck showed up. First of all, nice elves, buddy. Nice to meet another fellow man of culture, am I right? Really getting into the Christmas spirit, all these fucking elves around, let me tell ya. But his elves were different. It was scarier. It didn't all make sense. Some of them had lots and lots of text, saying all sorts of scandalous horseshit I wasn't aware of. I realized that even though we were both playing elves, we were playing two very different games. Sort of like how I play basketball. And LeBron James also sometimes plays basketball. But they are two very different basketballs. I figure I got about 2 turns left of life on this earth. This man is about to grab me by my little elf ears and throw me into the sun. My turn comes, and I do what I've always done. I let the elves do the talking. I got a guy that says, if you play an elf, you can draw another one. I got an elf that says, if it's your first elf of the day, here, it's buy one, get one free, let's give him 2. I got an elf that gives all the other elves good noodle stars. But this man had no intention of giving out any good noodle stars. His turn hits and he gets to work. Now folks, sometimes games of Magic are quick. 3 to 4 minutes for the quickie decks that don't really make you think. This fucker took a 4-minute turn. And he wasn't dragging his ass. No, he used every single second to try to murder me. Right here and right now. Because no matter how they do it, every elf deck has essentially the same plan. You get a bunch of elves, much like Santa Claus. Where does he get them from? Do we even know? And you swing them at the opponent. We were both locked into a game of chicken. Neither one of us wanted to be the first one to swing. You see, in Magic, if you attack, you can't block right after. Neither of us wanted to attack, Because if we did, and the enemy had anything left at the end of it, it was game over. So one of us was gonna have to get way too big for the other one to handle. And he was gonna make sure it was gonna be him. This man made, I shit you not, 11 fucking elves in one turn. You only start with 7 cards. Where did he even get the rest? And then he made them bigger. And then he did it again. He was doing all sorts of shit that I know is illegal. Stuff you should get prison time for. Stuff that if you do it when you're in prison, they give you more prison time. Look at that. Look at it. I won't go into the math,
you
but
better chill, bro.
he started as a 2.
That's not even a card,
Does that look like
man.
a 2 to you? I
That's
can't
like a
compete
knife.
with this. That's a flagrant foul. Give him a red card. Well, not a red card, a red card. And I started to get really scared. Because I only have 6 life left. But I have one trick up my sleeve that he doesn't know about. You see, I lied to you again. There's one more non-elf member of this deck. And it's this, the protection spell. It says none of my creatures can be destroyed. He attacks with everybody, the entire army. I'm assigning blockers. My stomach hurts. I'm confused. I think there's no way I'm blocking all of this. But then I noticed something. One of his guys only has 5 power. You see that? Maybe he skipped a couple grades and he's not as tall as his classmates yet. Either way, I can let this one guy go through. It looks like one big web of bullshit. It looks like one of those crime shows where they connect all the murder suspects with red string, and right before his elves kill mine, they press the button.
I'm fucking invincible!
Elves are flying left and right, all the way across the screen. Look at him go! I have never seen an attack like this. It looked like the climax of a Lord of the Rings movie. I'm actually crying from the sheer beauty. He's crying from the pain. I love these elves. Finally, the smoke clears, and I'm left with one single life point. Now, I basically won at this point. I didn't have to do what I'm gonna do next.
Daddy Frog.
Folks, you want to know why we call him Daddy Frog? Daddy Frog says, when you play him, you make each and everybody bigger by the number of total dudes you have. Yep, he's busted. He's frantically looking around for an effect that can save him. Spoiler alert, he's not gonna find one. And then we let the dogs off the leash, and we watch them go all the way from 20 to negative 142. Woo! And that's the story of the little elves that could. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I got a green screen just for this. It was so much fun to shoot. Definitely gonna be doing more with it later. I started recording this match at 1 a.m. I didn't expect to make anything of it. I was just trying to learn from his elves to see if I could make my deck any better. I'm sure glad I did because it was ridiculous.